Hello people, this is Jason. Story time. Now, this takes place in the AGB timeline, but an alternative. No, I'm not gonna call it AGP2 because AGP2 starts in the distant future. This is the alternative timeline, okay? The alternative timeline. Here is how it goes. Taro Yamada and Osana Najimi. Taro Yamada, the little Taro Yamada, is walking to save Osana from the bullies. Behind him was an adult figure helping him, little guy, big guy, little bullies saw the big guy, they start to run. That's what actually happens in the prime timeline. But in this alternative timeline, that adult figure was killed. Chaos happens. The bullies ran. Taro even ran. Osana was left behind. Of course, the mother came by and then saved her and ran away. Then the police gather around and pick up the body, and that's the end of the story. That was the big shift of this AGP alternative timeline. Yay! Following on, okay, during that time he's 5 years old, so if you want to go get 18, it'll be 13 years into the future, where 2014, Taro Yamada walks to school alone. He wakes up early and goes to school alone. Although at first he wanted to sleep late, but he decided to wake up and goes to school. 15 minutes later, you can see Ayano running to school. And at the same time, Osana just coming out from her house, and they both bump into each other. No, there is no Yuri in this. This is where a friendship blooms. Osana is not a tsundere anymore. She was never a tsundere to begin with. In this alternative timeline, she's not a tsundere. She's a normal high school girl. Ayano, on the other hand, will remain as herself since the beginning. When they bump into each other, of course, Osana was a bit angry, but noticed that she has no emotion and decided to help her. And since that on, they've made a friendship. Running to school, that is. And that's how the beginning of the story. A revised version. In my story, this is my version of the story. Amai Odayaka noticed some weird color in her food. She contacted the school authorities, and the school authorities contact the police and discover some poison in the food. Following on to Kizana's week, Kizana was saved by a delinquent. Now suck it. I made a love friendship between a delinquent and Kizana. Ha! Take that, Alex. Following on to Oka's week. This is actually quite hilarious. Shin actually confessed his love to Oka. But it was actually a practice. And Oka said, "That's good. Now go do it to the girl you love." And Shin inside crying, "Oh, I'm sorry, mother." when I think about that one, it's so hilarious. Okay, Oka done. Let's see. Osana's not in. Amai, Kizana, Oka, Asu. Asu. Asu is a little bit boring, but the best part is she forgot she didn't went to the Olympics. In the AGP, she went to the Olympics. In this alternative timeline, she didn't. This is how it happened. 3 girls laying near the sakura tree. Asu said, "Am I forgetting something?" Osana said, "I don't think so." Ayano said, well, of course, it's in her head, "Still no one to fall in love with." And then Asu said, "Let's run." And they all 3 run the track under the sun. Okay. Who else? 6. Oh, Muja. In Muja's week, she gave medicine to all three of them, and all three of them were stunned. Asu is being more stunned, that is. So that's the story of Muja's week. Minda's week is quite hilarious. She tried to seduce Taro, but Taro turned her down, saying, "I have a sister to look after." The end. Number 8. Oh, Osoro. I keep forgetting Osoro and Hanako. I keep messing with the weeks. Okay, so Osoro is a bit sad. It's still identical to the AGP timeline. She was injured. She was left to die, but Taro saved her in the AGP timeline and Project Another. In this alternative timeline, he didn't. The police found her 3 hours afterwards. In the AGP and Another timeline, Taro found her an hour later. So this was news to Jessica in 4chan, and she spread news, and she was making money. That's good. One thing for Jessica. So Hanako's week. Hanako confessed her love to her brother, but her brother, who has not have any love experience, doesn't have any kickstarts, he's turned his sister down and give her reasons. And Taro walks away while his sister cry. I think I will do some research in the what is that anime called again? Sister, not so sure. It's the the main antagonist who is a siscon, while this female antagonist wants the antagonist. Oh my fuck! What is that anime name? I don't know, but I'll write it in the description later. Then moving on to Megami's week, Friday. This is how it happens. Megami said, Life is bored. Kuroko flips a book and said, "What about that girl?" And Jessica said, "Well, she's not doing anything." The end. Then it comes to Jessica's week. Nothing. Because Jessica doesn't have anything against Ayano, because she doesn't have anything. On the week 15, lives continue on normally. Taro graduated from school. The relationship between Taro and Hanako became strained as Taro tried to distance himself from his sister after that event. I haven't done any research on that, but moving on to the year 2016, where Project AGP is based on, but this is the alternative, remember. So life goes on as usual, but the best thing about this is where the shift happened. Fate decided to fix everything by sending one guy, actually 2 people into this timeline to make things straight. And the guy who killed the adult figure many years ago. And guess who it is? That's right. My 2 original characters will come into this movie. I don't know if I should do my original characters movie first or this alternative movie first, But I believe that everyone might choose this one first. My original character will be Frostborn 1. Their story have not been fully created. I only know the beginning and the end. In the middle, beginning and the end. In the middle, it's still in a work in progress. So, but for some reason, I got seven movie installation in there. But I'm gonna put that aside. So I'm going to go with this one, alternative timeline. I'm going to create this, and my two main characters will be in there. Thanks to these two, that's where the trigger comes. Ayano meets Taro. Osana starts to develop feelings. Ayano also start to develop feelings for Taro Yamada, and Taro Yamada is stuck within this three triangle thing, which both of them love Taro Yamada. How will it end? How will all the rivals gather together once more and face one enemy that stirred it all? This is Jason Wright. For now, I'll see you off.